Hello guys, this is Avcoor and this is a progress update. There's a couple of things I want to talk about. We'll go into Promised Land real quick. It'll be short this time because honestly, there's not much to do in Promised Land. Like, literally, there's not much for me to do. There's certain things that I do in Promised Land now since I'm done with all this. And my advice is once you get done with Promised Land, you gotta actually look at your account. Like when I look here, the only purpose this place serves now is to give me gold. And I think that's the only purpose that it'll serve for you. But when I say know what you want, at in game, your resources become extremely limited. It's so limited. Like look at all this. Look at all this crap. Look at all this. I don't have like really dupes of anything. So there are times in order to expand the team, I actually have to use SR equipment, which kind of sucks. Here in Academy, you have to know what you want because at this point you're like maxing out you're like maxing out this. Like I'm close to maxing out priest. I only need 3 here, and then I move on to wizard. But some people actually don't max out wizard for some reason. Some people max out rogue or archer, but for me I max out wizard because I play like the standard tank push game. So when you look at my account, you're looking at an account that's pretty like basic, as I don't use as many tricks as other people do. I'm a pretty straightforward player. Like here, this is like one of the biggest challenges for me, Steel of the Gods, because this is where a big chunk of my power is going to come from as I progress this account. So you look at this, you can tell that I'm in like big trouble because I need like these little star guys, and that kind of sucks because I'm still looking for equipment. So there's a lot of struggles here, like a lot of struggles. Like I'm thinking about using like this, like because like in order to awaken this, like it's just like nothing. Like that's all I need is this garbage, and that's not hard to get. But the bonuses just aren't as good, man. They're just not. So whatever. So when I go into heroes, like at this point, you actually have to think
이곳은
about
영업계 적 작업 부서다.
your team
무슨 일이지?
and what you want your team to
먼저
do.
회의 시간을 예약해라.
For me, like when I got to this point, I thought like uh, your account can do a couple of things. You can clear high level content. You can do PvP. You can have fun. You can test out strategies, or you can just do whatever. But the main 2 things it can do is PvP and PvE. And if you do PvP at a high level, you can easily do PvE content. But the problem with that is certain units that you must build will not be good for PvE content. Talking about Electo and another character who's not that great for PvE content. Like Cole is actually good for PvE content. Um, hmm. I don't think Catch is that good for PvE content anymore because like there are other techs that are doing the job that she does a little better because they have more options. But she's incredibly good in PvP content. So there are certain characters that you must spend resources on that really aren't good in PvE content. So for me, I built this account for PvE content because it's just a little easier to do. As you can tell, like I have like the trifecta of PvE goodness, like Charlotte,
아이리스의 바람. 이곳은 영역계
Gabriel,
적
and
아비아를 돌봐주셔서
Clefairy.
감사합니다. 파로스에
So,
있을 때보다 훨씬 웃음이 많아졌어요.
but when you add on like the MC characters, I have 6 SSR units at rank 9, and then I started to fill in like characters like
교실에서
Nicholas
수업.
and Brownie and Hassan.
소망의 메아리.
In fact, Hassan is doing so well that I'm actually taking gear from other units and putting it on him because he's just doing so well. Like even Lohanes, I've actually given him SSR gear. Like Nicholas, I'm gonna do a character overview on him, and I put SSR gear on him, and I really use him a lot. I use him more than some of the SSR characters that I have. So it's come to the point where I realize that when you start to build your account, you really need to think about what characters that you want to build. And it's easier for you to pull wizards out of the SSR pool, the SR pool, than it is for you to pull them out the SSR pool. Because with SSR pool characters, you really want to build your warriors, your tanks, and your healers. And there's just not enough space for wizards. But you get 1, 2,
소망.
3 like
시간이요. 무자비하게
decent
다가오지 마시기를.
wizards.
빛이요. 언제 다시 강림할 것입니까?
So you get a fire wizard, a dark wizard, a light wizard. They're not the best, but they're pretty solid for what you want them to do, and that's deal magic damage. And so I have like Lena,
태어날 때부터
and now I have
세상
Yig.
만물은 인과를 따르지.
The thing about wizards is you really need a good, strong green wizard. If Nola is actually better in PvE content, but Yig is way better in PvP content. But I had got like 2 Yigs, so I decided to build her up, and she's coming along pretty nice. But the thing is, she fills in an elemental slot for me. Like when I'm going to talk about colors in a separate video. You're going to realize that certain colors are harder to build than others. So I was like blessed to get like her at rank 5. So it's really good that I have her. I've actually used her in high level content, and she's performing really well. The only problem now is I have to get her trait specs out, and I'm missing one right here. And once I get that done, she'll be good to go. Like I'm running into the problem where I'm building like rune sets, and there's just not enough money for the runes that I'm building. That's a problem that I'm really dealing with. And the last problem, but the problem that I'm facing the most in this game is a lack of content. Like under a nightmare, I'm close to like doing everything. I'm missing this, and I'm missing that, and I'll take one more nightmare run, and I'm done with that. And like the missions, I'll start clearing them out. Like this will be nothing. Like magic team, I'll do light armor team, I'll do remix death team. I use Jen and Marguerite to clear nightmare difficulty. In fact, with Marguerite, I'll just do Marguerite on magic team and get 2 clears from that. And for the most part, I'm pretty much done. Like the content in this game has gotten to the point where it's easier for me to clear. Like this is it. This is the sum of all the new content they made, and that's really getting to me because outside of Nightmare Under the Den, you have Dog's Knife, which will come later. I'll do that. In fact, I've been clearing Dog's Knife faster and faster. And in secrets, like the only thing I have right now to do is this. And I'll start like taking care of that, like Devil of Ice. I think Devil of Ice and Devil of Night and Devil of Thunder. Like Devil of Thunder, I think would be the hardest for me because my fire team is still lacking to a certain extent because I need a way to drop attack. So I think that's like the worst part, but I think Devil of Ice will not be so hard, or Devil of Night. So I'll do videos of that. And in Eris Marmules, there's nothing there. I think the devs could easily make like one or two more levels of this. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But as far as that goes, there's nothing there. And Infinite Dream I always clear. I just saved the last of Empty World Fantasy. Abyss, I only this is where I'm gonna probably dedicate some time. That's why I want my Lancelot to get her level up, because I'm quite sure she'll make this content pretty easy. Because when you look at guys like Adams Wednesday and Cardi and Berserk, all of them use Lancelot to do these clears, so that's what I think I'll do. And Branches of the Forest, I have 3 levels of this and 1 level of that, and it's done. And I've kind of like hesitated to finish this content because I'll have nothing else to do. So that's what's getting to me right now. But anyways, guys, have a good one. Be safe. Just remember to take your time with this game. You don't have to like push through it the way I did, because like you'll hit this point where there's nothing to do. But anyways, have a good one and laters.